do want kids in the future. Trying to get this club shot up. Hey guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. So this video is a little different. We are doing like an impromptu video. As you can see, background is different. We're in the guest room, so we're doing a little makeup. But as you can tell from the title, your girl is engaged. She's engaged. But I'm gonna show you a close-up of the ring. So yeah, here's a close-up of my ring. I feel like the camera definitely doesn't do it justice, but whew, I love it so much. This is so me. This ring just screams me. Period. Get you a partner that knows what you like and pays attention. But this is what the ring looks like, and I absolutely love it. We had to like resize it, which, you know, it's fine, that happens. But yeah, enough of the ring. Let's jump into this chit chat video. So we are going to be chit chatting today and doing a little simple, we're going to be doing a little simple makeup. And yeah, that's what we're doing. So when did this happen? This happened on Christmas Day when we were opening a Christmas gift. So again, as you guys, well, if you know me, you know I am an extreme introvert. I do love surprises between my partner and I, but like extreme grande like event and things like that, and me being the center of attention, gosh, I do not like it. And these are discussions we've had in the past, so he knows for a fact that I don't like big grande, you know, attention on me kind of events. So this happened between both of us in the living room on Christmas Day while we were opening a Christmas present. Apparently the ring has been on the Christmas tree this whole time, and I had no idea because the box was green and it blends well with the Christmas tree. Christmas tree obviously is green, so it's like the perfect match. And I put up the Christmas tree and everything, so I didn't even know it was there. Like I didn't know. But in the beginning of the relationship, I knew I didn't want to be, I'm getting older, okay? We're getting older. I knew I didn't want to be in another like 5-year, 10-year relationship, and we don't know where it's going or no proposal or anything like that. I really didn't want that. Like, I feel like I was given it at least 3 years, and if you feel like you don't know if I'm the one you want to spend the rest of your life with, then I guess, you know, maybe we're not meant for each other and it's time to move on. So these are discussions we had in the beginning, okay? We had this discussion in the beginning. I didn't want to be in another 5 or 10-year relationship and no questions popped or asked, or, you know? So we had this in the, we discussed this in the beginning. That was good. Also, I want to share a little something for my subscribers that don't have maybe TikTok or Instagram. So there was a question that says, when did you know your partner was, or your significant other was different from the rest? When did you know? So I shared a story about when I went to work in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So a few months into dating, just dating, a few months, I had to travel for work in Michigan. So I was in Buffalo. I had to travel from Michigan, from Buffalo to Grand Rapids, Michigan, and you know, work was good, training was good. It was time for me to head back home. I went with one other co-worker, and coming back home, the weather was terrible, absolutely terrible. So we had a layover in Detroit, so we had to go from Grand Rapids into Detroit, Michigan, and then Detroit to Buffalo. So heading back home, the weather was terrible. Like, I'm telling you, I experienced turbulence so bad that I thought this was how I was gonna die. I'm like, damn, I never thought about how I was gonna die, but I did not think this was how I was gonna die. It was so bad. The pilot was having such a hard time landing the plane because the weather was bad. Prior to that departure, the flights were delayed for hours, and then we finally got on that, and woo, whew, he was having such a hard time landing the plane. My heart, I was literally praying. I was holding a stranger's hand. Okay, we were so scared. I was holding her hands, and she was, you know, she was praying. We were praying together, like, this is it, you know, let's just end it in peace and things like that. And we landed safely, but my anxiety was like shot up that I did not want to get on another plane. But when we got to the airport, every flight was canceled. Every single flight was canceled, and hotels were all booked up. There was no place to stay. I had to sleep in the airport because everything was booked up. Airbnb, you needed 24 hours notice, so no one was, you know, trying to let me book an Airbnb. But either way, I was still scared to get on a flight the next day when the weather was better. Like, I was just too scared. Like, I just experienced like a almost death experience. I don't want to, you know, I was way too scared. So I texted him. I said, oh gosh, I'm so scared, you know, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't want to get on this plane. Oh, the flight is paid for, you know, everything's paid for. I'm just like, I'm scared, I don't know what to do, blah blah blah. So I'm texting him at around 10-11 p.m. at night, and then he was like, I'm on my way. He started driving late at night at 11 p.m. to Detroit, Michigan to come get me, which was a 5-hour trip at nighttime. He came to get me. He drove all the way down. So he got there in like very, very early in the morning. But like I said, I had to sleep on the floor in the airport. He came and got me and my coworker. So I went with one other coworker. He came to get us, and obviously it costs to drive 5 hours because you gotta pay for gas, tolls, and all of these things. I was just so happy that it's like, it was, I don't know, but he came to get me and my coworker. He drove us back home, paid for the tolls, paid for gas and things like that. He made sure she got home safely. We dropped her off at home, made sure she got in safely, and then we proceeded to go home. And that was when I knew that he was different. That's when I knew he was different from the rest, because I could tell you some horror stories of some guys I've dated in the past, and they did me so dirty. Woo! But my camera died. So I hope I was able to share my story before my camera died. But all in all, to summarize it, he drove 5 hours down to Detroit, Michigan to pick me and my coworker up, and then drove 5 hours back to Buffalo, dropped her off at home to make sure she was safe, and then proceeded to taking me home. And obviously, since it was a work trip, I told my job about it, because obviously my job sent me down there. I kept them updated about everything. So I mean, they were very grateful, and they wrote him a check for, you know, whatever he spent, the inconvenience and things like that, which, you know, which says a lot about the company. But they did write him a check, and me being me, obviously I could have pocketed the check. Why would I even do that? That's not even a nice thing to do. That's a greedy thing to do. So as soon as I got the check, I gave it to him. I said, hey, my job wrote you a check, and you know, they were very grateful. So I gave him the check, and he said, no, you can keep it. I was like, are you sure? He was like, yeah, you can keep the check. I was like, oh. But yeah, I did keep the check. But if you're wondering what I used the check to do, at that point, I remember I was in the process of going through with my citizenship, and the citizenship fee was about $750. And I mean, I had the money saved up, but who wants to spend your savings money, like your savings? I don't want to, but the money came perfectly, so I didn't have to touch too much of my savings. So I used that money to pay for my citizenship fee, and I am now a citizen of the United States of America. So yeah, that's what I used the check for. I did not blow it. I did not go on a shopping spree or anything. That's what I used it for. So yes, that was a moment that I knew that he was different from the rest. Like, I could share some horror stories with you guys about like my past, my dating history, but you know, we're not gonna shed light on it today, because today we are shedding light on a happy event. So we're not gonna shed light on that. But trust me, trust and believe that I have been through, and I have had my fair share of nightmare dating, period. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. So yeah, so this happened on Christmas Day, just both of us in the living room, you know, he asked me and I said yes. And my react, you know, we didn't film anything. He didn't set up a camera or anything. Like, I just kept screaming. I was like, oh my goodness. I just literally kept screaming. I was like, are you sure? He was like, yes. I'm like, are you serious? And then I was like, did I pressure you? He was like, no, you didn't even say anything. I was like, okay, just making sure I didn't pressure you or anything. I just want to make sure. He's like, yes, babe. Yes. I was like, okay, I was just making sure. He's like, and you know, I was just screaming. I was really screaming. Like, I was like, ah! And I was looking and said, ah! But I really love that it was both of us. Like, I'm very happy. And yeah, like, what else do I want to talk about? I just wanted to mention that it's almost like an insult to call this a relationship, because like from the beginning, this was a partnership. I would always call him my partner. Whatever's going on, it was the definition of a partnership. Like, the definition of a partnership. Like, I couldn't even call it a relationship. I always said my partner, and this partnership we're in together. It was beautiful. Like, and I'm such an intuitive person. I live basically like a good chunk of my life based on my intuition. My intuition is strong, it never led me astray. So my intuition was pretty spot on this one. And yeah, listen to your intuition, ladies, because I've had intuition in the past where, you know, this ain't gonna work. No matter how you keep trying or keep forcing it, it's not going to. You just keep wasting your time. I mean, you might as well leave now. So I've had that in the past. So I live a pretty intuitive based life. And yes, it's a partnership. Always been a partnership. And in terms of like wedding and stuff like that, again, I don't like big grande stuff. I just, you know, bringing the public into my personal business, like, you know, the intimate stuff. I'm not really into that, you know. I feel like I'm the kind of person that would just want to go to the court and just sign a paper with one witness and call it a day. But I probably wouldn't do that. But also a plus is his family. Gosh, I love his mom. Whew. She reminds me of me, and when someone reminds me of me, I love them. So she's amazing. And you know, she took me in like our own, you know, which is great. And yeah, you know, that means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. It's a lot I don't see on my channel, but that means a lot to me. Yeah, so in terms of the whole big grande, you know, traditional, like having like 3 different weddings, the traditional, the religious, no, please, no, I'm not. Nope. You know, there's other things we want to do, like build a house from the ground up, buy a land and things like that. So I'm more like focused on stuff like that instead of like the big wedding. And trust me, I don't have anything against big weddings or people that choose to do that, because I love watching it. Okay, I love it, you know. But for me personally, and for us, it's like, oh no, you know. We'd rather use that money for something else. So if you know me, to know me is to know that I love traditional stuff, but when tradition starts seeming like a way to control me, I don't like it. I love traditional stuff, but when it's like masked as something to use to control me and mask under the name of tradition, no, I don't like doing that. Like, you know, for example, like traditionally I'm supposed to be under my parents' roof until some guy asks for my hand, and no, I'm not doing that. No, I wanted to live as a single woman and explore what the world has to offer. And that's exactly what I did, you know. And that's how I found this person, because I don't think he would come to my house and find me. So, again, I love traditional stuff. But that whole, like, you have to do this, you have to do that. I don't have to do shit. I don't have to do anything. We do want kids in the future. Trying to get this club shut up. Just joking. But we definitely do want kids. And don't ask me about how many, because every time someone asks me about how many, I'm just like, we'll see after the first one, because I have such a low tolerance for pain, very, very, very low tolerance for pain, and I've been trying to build like my tolerance. You just don't know what to expect in the future, but I just keep saying we'll see after the first one, okay? We'll see, because I do not know. Yeah, I don't know what else you guys want to know, but I shared that story. There's a lot more that I can share. I can go on and on and on for days. He lets me be 100% myself. I am an introvert. I can stay in the house all day, be productive in the house, but I'm such like a home person, and he doesn't make me feel guilty about that, you know. And we live together, you know. We moved to Georgia together. We are in a 4-bedroom house. Such a big upgrade. But yeah, this is the best partnership I can ever ask for, and I am very, very grateful. And I can only hope that, you know, people, you find your own person and your own partnership that aligns with you. I don't even know what I'm talking about now, but that's all I wanted to really share, to be honest. So we are going to end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed this little impromptu chit chat, and whatever makeup I did, I don't know what it is I did, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope to, you know, open up more and share more with you guys, you know. I don't know, but we'll see. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next hair video. Bye.